Good evening, folks, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Wind Waker Randomizer Tournament Season 4. It's qualifier number 6 here on ZSR2. I hope you're all ready for some action. Today we're going for a two-way race, just because we are not stacked on trackers today, but that's no matter. It will still be amazing fun with Quala and Vimilia on commentary and Basil on tracking. So let's dive into the action, onto the layout, and you will all see what's cooking and what's fun. So here we are with Qualifier 6.
Welcome, everybody. As Trez wonderfully introduced, we are very excited to be starting off our run today. Like our other qualifiers, this time we are very pleased to be able to highlight two runners which have not been shown in qualifiers yet. Today we have Vesper and Nolfi, or G-Nolfi. We've been told that both are fine, so we're going to say whichever one comes out of our mouth.
It's going to be a really spur of the moment thing, I think.
I believe we are waiting just a little bit for... Yeah. We will be starting in just a little bit. We have one runner finishing getting ready. Please give us just a second as they are finishing ready to start our race.
And
one of
good.
the things that...
No,
go sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. I'm just saying, it's good for the anticipation. You're just really excited to start.
One of the things that you'll notice, similar to our other races, is we are going to once again be starting at a random island. So that is something that we will find out here pretty soon as to where we get to start. We will also see if today is our very first qualifier without Forbidden Woods.
I don't think it's going to happen. I think Kalidemos is the gatekeeper for qualifiers.
It could not happen.
But you
could also very well happen.
It could not happen, but we've thought that the last 5 times, and every time we've been wrong.
Yes. Well, I mean, the first 2 times I didn't think that because it was just like, 2, it's sure, whatever. And the 3rd time I started thinking that, and the 4th time I definitely thought, and the 5th time I was like, this is suspicious. But today, not today, maybe.
Can they avoid Forbidden Woods?
I don't know. I don't know. What I can tell you is that some of our racers are wishing for a full clear seed to heck everybody else right now. So let us hope that they do not get hecked, because that's a kind of rude wish.
Well, I will say, with Season 4 settings, full clear seeds are pretty common.
Yep. We've definitely seen it. So, while we are continuing our little bit of a wait here, I also want to make sure that we once more give a shout out to Basil, our tracker for today. This is Basil's first time tracking, and they answered my call when I said, Basil, come help us. So if all of you lovely people in chat want to say thanks, Basil, that would also be real appreciated. Help them feel like they are getting an investment for their time. Yes, very, very much hi. Thanks, Basil.
Absolutely. We couldn't be here without trackers, so it is wonderful to have someone tracking for us today.
go getting some thank you basils in chat. Fantastic. I mean, it's your existence is what is allowing us to restream, so that is worthy of thanks. Absolutely. Alrighty, all of our runners have just readied up, so we will officially be starting here soon. Once the start command is sent. I don't know who's sending it, but it should happen soon. One other note for those of you keeping track of ban points. Today's seed was in fact rolled by Trez. Now, in seasons past, Trez has definitely done some things that are a little suspicious when it comes to seeds that they've rolled, so it'll be interesting to see what today holds.
That is true. Does Trez have any ban points yet this season for rolling seeds? I don't remember.
Not yet. We've had, I think 2 Artemis, a Spy, a Dark, and who rolled yesterday's?
I don't remember. Maybe it was Clip? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I know Artemis has racked up a bunch of ban points already with those 2 seeds.
Yeah, Artemis definitely leading the ban point rates so far.
I think the only thing not working against Artemis was they played in one of those seeds. So at least they had to experience it too.
Yeah, that was good. So, it's gonna be interesting. Let us see if Trez's notoriety continues, or if we end up having a different result and Trez walks away ban point free.
That would
be wild.
I think that would be a win for everybody. It would be a win for all our runners. It would be a win for Trez.
I mean, it'd be a thing, a kind of unlikely thing, but
pretty unlikely.
A thing.
Oh, it looks like we're counting down.
Yep. So let's get ready to find out our starting island here. Any guesses while we have just a couple seconds left?
Oh, can I guess any one of the 3 triangle islands?
Excellent. You absolutely can.
Okay. I didn't know if I had to narrow it down to a specific one.
I'm going to guess Diamond Step because Diamond Step early when you start on Diamond Step always makes me smile. It's statistically unlikely, but that's gonna be my guess.
Ooh, we
also have some Bomb Isles and some Oasis. Okay.
Bomb Isle and Oasis. Okay. All right. Well, let's.
And
Horseshoe.
Horseshoe.
All right.
We started off at golf. That does not give you something you can do immediately.
I think technically you can, but it's not easy.
I think you need a sword or skull hammer to jump slash, don't you?
You can get past the second and third ones without jump slashes. It's just a lot more precise.
Hmm.
All right. I didn't see what our dungeons were. But
neither did I.
Looks like already a difference in routing here with Nofi heading over to Windfall and Vesper going to Outset.
Well, it looks like Shigatura got our back with Forbidden Woods, Tachi, and Earth Temple.
Is it really Forbidden Woods again?
Oh my goodness, you've got to be kidding me. Like, come on. 6 seeds in a row? That's
Very
just so statistically unlikely.
It's statistically unlikely, but here we are.
Likely, and yet it's a thing. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so we did see Vesper getting power bracelets, and we saw Nofi get a wallet, which means that there's going to be some wallet mail for them coming up here pretty soon. Also,
A Tingle
I
statue from
am
Maggie.
automatically using them. Doesn't Nofi use he, and I'm just automatically theming?
I think so, because Nofi's race time doesn't say. So I don't think that's why it doesn't say on the thing. Hero's
Okay.
Charm in Grandma's
Vesper
basement.
found is Vesper? Yes. Vesper is doing the correct thing.
Right.
Very good. Very good.
You know, there's something appropriate about the wallet being in the House of Wealth.
You know, there really is. There really is. And is Vesper going to check Jaboon? It looks like they are going for that roll clip there.
I think so, yeah. Pretty
Pretty
good roll
clean.
clip there, yeah.
Yeah. Nicely
Second
done.
try. Not bad.
Tingle is very happy that you are saving him today.
He wants to bring us joy. Did it work?
No.
Ooh,
And
the
a bottle.
Tingle.
And that's before either of these runners have done what they need to do to save Grandma. So that's very good, because they can get Mother and Child and save Grandma. Fantastic. Fantastic. Yes, they are on the same randomizer. They're running the same seed. So we're going to be getting that info. Ooh, hookshot on Beetle.
Wow.
They're getting quite a few nice items here off of Outset, huh?
Yeah, Outset and Windfall both had a decent chunk. Windfall not as much, actually, but maybe that rupee mail is gonna have something pretty good.
Or maybe Grandma, which is technically an Outset check, but we gained access to it through Windfall.
That is also true. That is a little unfortunate that that bottle was so easy on Windfall, but Vesper went to Outset first.
Mm-hmm. So now Nofi is heading over towards Northern Fairy Island. And
Vesper with that early hookshot heading straight to Diamond Step.
makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. I understand both of these routings.
Yeah. I think Nofi's is a little more standard, kind of what you expect a lot of people to do with these settings.
Yeah, I would probably head over to Windfall myself first in hopes of getting a bottle.
Oh, absolutely.
That way I could full clear Windfall, well, minus Big Piggy.
Is Nofi running on actual hardware? I think Nofi's on Dolphin while Vesper is on a Wii. I believe that is what they're both running on.
So the Nofi might also be using there's a HD textures packet which we are allowing starting this season that wasn't allowed in previous seasons. So if they are on Dolphin, then they might be able to be using that. And Deku Leaf
Ooh.
in Northern Fairy Island sub. Nice.
That's a pretty early leaf, too.
It's actually, so in the race time before, Nofi was specifically asking Fortress to give early leaf. So, you know that Nofi has to be feeling pretty good about that.
Mm-hmm. Especially with subs in Logic this season. If you can get that early leaf, the subs can go so much faster.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Nofi with a song there.
Alternatively, the only thing that we have so far that Nofi didn't ask for is...
Mm-hmm.
I
didn't
did
catch
not catch what song it was. There
command
we go.
melody. All right.
Chat coming through
Thank
for us.
Because I also did not catch it. It went too fast.
I was writing notes.
Ooh, it looks. I think Vesper's setting up a super swim here. So if you're photosensitive, you may want to look away. We can let you know when it's safe to look again. Meanwhile, Nofi just picking up some soup.
Being a good grandson.
Right, it looks like the super swim is... The
I thought
flashing
he was
is over.
Going to Islet? Yeah.
He is going to Islet, but I don't think he's going to make it. No. Ooh, that's
No.
unfortunate. Now Vesper's going to come pick up Command Melody too.
Mm-hmm. Is
Ooh.
Nofi also going to do the correct thing?
He is.
Yes. Good, 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 good. That is exactly what we want. Continue to do the correct thing.
I don't think either runner is using a custom model. I think these are both vanilla models, but with custom colors.
Yeah, I think you're right, because they both have the same normal model for Hero's Mask, and Hero's Mask is almost always changed on our custom models. I think these are just recolors.
But Nofi's recolor is pretty crazy in like a great way.
I agree. I very much enjoy.
Where does... Oh, he has to get the grandma mail. Of course. Okay. I was trying to think, where does Nofi go from here?
I was confused by what Nofi was doing. I now understand what Nofi was doing.
So he's probably gonna go check Mesa immediately after this and find that hook shot. Oh no, sorry, Mesa's the bracelet.
Can our people in chat please give us an exclamation mark soup for Nofi being a good grandson?
Grandma is required.
Oh.
And
then we also just got ghost ship chart, so if that's required, then that'll be an interesting chain from starting off where we were at getting the wallet. That'll be good to see.
Yeah.
Thank you, Oxbonxus, for giving us that soup in chat. I appreciate it.
Oh wait, we have to see. Oh, PK Slam is playing in today's race. Well,
Slam shall be miserable.
Grandma is required. Novi picking up his bracelets.
Slam is bad grandson. Does not save Grandma.
Well, she had to mail us some cheese to go with her soup, of course.
Yes, yes. Condiments on the side.
Oh, Nofi skipping Beetle. It's a little unfortunate knowing what Beetle has, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure Nofi will get it. Also, I think... I want to say that Nofi usually checks Beetle on DRI.
That makes sense, especially if you're doing the chest storage to get up the island, but...
It's just unfortunate since we know it has a helpful item.
Yeah, we also know it routes so conveniently with Nofi coming to Horseshoe now. He could still opt for Diamond Step without Hookshot directly after this, but... One of those coincidences that's just unfortunate.
Mm-hmm. But Nofi's now revisiting our starting island and playing some good golf. Ooh, that one's a little rough. But decided to just flip around it. And there we go. Successful goal.
But I'm excited to see what the starting island held for our
If it
runner.
is nothing, I will laugh.
Yeah.
Leaf was in Northern Fairy Island South.
Leaf was very early for Nofi to seed.
Mm-hmm.
It was nothing.
Yeah. I thought it might be.
That's for going to Paw Print after clearing Windfall.
I mean, not bad. They can get, or he can get all but one check, so really not bad.
Yeah.
And if Paw Print is stinky today and also has Grapple, he could potentially clear all of Paw Print. Who knows?
That's true.
Nofi going through a couple day-night cycle? Oh, must be going Ghost Ship.
Oh, right, because Ghost Ship would be at Diamond Step. That makes sense.
Yeah, I was sitting there and I was like, I'm confused, but I feel like I shouldn't be confused. Why am I confused? I missed what was in the first chest Vesper opened. Did you see that? There's one of our pearls.
Yeah.
In the second chest. A Tingle statue. Thanks,
I saw
Basil.
that. Were there 2 Tingle statues in there then?
No, the other one.
Sorry. I thought he already checked this chest.
Nah.
All right.
Basil is being a better tracker at tracking than I am, watching both people while commentating.
Unfortunately, no grappling hook though, so that might be a double dip later. Oh, the Forbidden Tingle statue. The best one.
I am not quite sure where Vesper is currently going.
I think to Crescent. Although,
did they change their direction? Because the direction they were going earlier wasn't Crescent. They changed their direction. Okay.
Although I don't believe Vesper has anything to kill a mini Blinn right now, so they can't do the sub. Oh well, now he can kill a mini Blinn.
That's also going to be a good thing for some of our less experienced runners. Having the boomerang will help make Forbidden Woods a lot easier for our newer runners who don't necessarily know boomerang skip.
Oh, for sure. Was it one of the qualifiers where obviously Forbidden Woods in logic, but bombs in Forbidden Woods and then boomerang on bomb mail? I can't remember if that was a qualifier or just a casual race.
It was a qualifier, and it was worse than that. So you got a pearl in Forbidden Woods, got your boomerang in Tachi, then you had to go into the basement, and then you had to go get your leaf in basement, and then you got your grappling club. Not your grappling club, then you get your bombs in Great Fish. And it was terrible.
Oh, see, that's worse. The one I was thinking of, it must not have been a qualifier, because it was just bombs to boomerang and bomb mail, but that one sounds way worse.
It was bad. Artemis got some ban points for it.
Vesper just leading on a merry train with these mini Blinns waiting for the ladder to come down. Can he get to this ladder? Ooh, very well done. And now he'll know where the great fairies are. That's good.
Yeah. He now knows where things which aren't even in our settings are.
No, if you're doing diamond step without the hook shot there and going straight to the ghost ship.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nicely done.
And
a
ghost ship.
bow.
Wow.
That could end up being a big play.
That's a really nice find this early, only 17 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Especially with having Tachi, we have a bow before we even have all the pearls. That's gonna be pretty helpful.
Ooh, for sure.
Then going to Great Fish. I mean, it works, but it's an interesting routing choice. I feel
You
like
might
Great Fish is not where most people would go.
Yeah. It's an interesting choice. I don't think there's much else in this area he can do, except has he done Islet of Steel yet?
No, but doesn't have bombs. So-
Earth God's Lyric at Great Fish, okay.
I mean, technically he could just chill and let the bomb ships destroy each other, but
There's also a way you can get in with Leaf based on the water moving, which honestly isn't too bad, but yeah, going straight down to Islet of Steel, understandable.
Mhm.
That's for having some trouble here in the Northern Ferry sub.
It is not being kind to him. I've seen quite a few runners have trouble with this sub because they just want to go so fast.
Oh, for sure.
But if you go too fast, you have problems.
It's just so tempting. It looks like such a simple jump puzzle, and then you land on the ground, and moblins get mad at you.
Mm-hmm.
But Vest for picking up his leaf, still a pre 20-minute leaf. You gotta love it.
Guess we're going to Forest Haven now. I mean...
Cliff Plat.
Okay, Cliff Plateau. So...
And I think Nofi's gonna head over to Pop Rent. Yep.
Yep. Yep. I still can't get over the fact that this is our sixth qualifier, and we have had Forbidden Woods every time.
I mean, I said Kale Demos is the gatekeeper for qualifiers. I have yet to be proven wrong.
I mean, so far you haven't been wrong, and I'm not sure how I feel about that.
To be fair, I've only started saying it today, so I've had one trial to have a success rate of 100%.
Well, if you stop today, then your success rate is 100%.
That's true. Forbidden Woods?
Yes.
Every bracket's going to be Forbidden Woods free, of course.
So everyone gets really good at Forbidden Woods and then never gets to use it.
Best for actually opting to not do the chest storage strat here in Cliff Plat, considering he already has the leaf.
I mean, it makes it easier for our trackers, so go for it.
It's true. Oh no, the fire went out.
Fire went out.
I think he missed the stick on the first throw.
He did, yeah.
Ooh, that's unfortunate.
There we go.
We'll go for this chest storage strat here, though. Ooh, storage really fast. You love to see it.
Mm-hmm. Except now, we just get to sit here and wonder what it is.
Ooh, I'm gonna guess rupees.
Well, I'm gonna guess a piece of heart.
That one will be harder to find out, though.
Exactly.
I just went for what's the easiest
Nope,
thing to
it was
see.
rupees.
Oh,
Because that rupee counter is going up. That was a lot. That must have been either a orange or a silver.
I think it was a silver. I wasn't paying very close attention to their rupee count.
It was definitely either an orange or a silver. Definitely a big one. Not quite Trevor.
We can't all be Trevor, even if we want to.
Very true. You cannot all be Trevor.
When Nofi gets to skip the mini blitz up, oh, but he misses the ledge grab.
Mm. Meanwhile, Vesper. There we go. Managed to pull out that entrance into Bird's Keep. Ooh, those mini blends have quite the color for Nofi.
I kind of like it. Not gonna lie.
I mean, it's rightfully creepy. It matches recolor on his model.
Ooh, that I thought he was gonna miss that ledge grab, but he got it. Which I feel like is most of the time leaf pumping subs is it goes, I don't think I'm gonna make this. Oh, I made it.
I think Artemis says that you need at least 7 to get it consistently, preferably 8 leaf.
I would agree with that, and only because I was doing it with 6 and having a lot of trouble, and then
Yeah.
I think Woofer said 7 is super consistent. I started doing it with 7, and it made it a lot less painful. Know if he's gonna pick up his hook shot here on Dragon Roost.
Yep, and Vesper. Bomb Island. Ooh, the Bomb Island with just
the hook shot, yeah.
The hook shot, that is
A little
so
unfortunate.
rogue.
Because it takes 2 hook shots. Is that the right verbiage?
Sure.
It takes 2 hook shots to make Magtails scared. But gets across that little bridge in one try. Another bottle at Wind Shrine.
Ooh, 2 bottles. That is lucky. Bottle percent in these settings. Getting even just more than 1 is rare.
But if you're a soup user, it's a very nice thing to find.
Oh yeah. Now, Nofi just had Beetle go past where they parked their boat, so hopefully they won't be getting towed.
The first time that happened to me, I was so confused. Just laying that out there.
It mostly we see it here on DRI, but in Season 3, when they were getting towed, parking over near Zunari was really wild because your boat would just absolutely disappear.
That's unfortunate. Also, Vesper there finding Din's Pearl in Bomb Island Cave. So we're 2 pearls deep right now. It's gonna make the question of where our bombs become a much bigger one pretty soon here.
And then, let's see, which... The abominable stuff, of course. And mirror shields. There. You know what that means? Vim check is open.
The what check?
The Vim check. Angular mirror shield chest is now in their lodge.
Oh, I've never heard it called that.
I am the only one who calls it that because it is my favorite check.
Oh, why is it your favorite check?
Because it's ridiculous and fun and makes me smile.
That's a pretty good reason. Oh, another Tingle statue here. Vesper up to 4.
Always the question of, will Ankle have something, or is Ankle just baiting us like no?
The answer is almost always he's baiting us.
I mean, that's why it is the normal.
Fair.
Vesper... No, Vesper doesn't have a fairy yet, so they're not gonna, or he's not gonna go be a good grandson. Ooh, we got bait bag though. So that means for Nofi, it could be pig eat time.
Ooh, pig eat's
We
always
all
very
love
fun.
a good pig eat.
So that would have been the chest on Boulder that he stored. Wow, Dragon Roost had a lot of stuff for us today. A bottle, bait bag, and mirror shield.
Vesper is now going golfing.
Oh, the sea hat.
The sea hats here at Horseshoe are just so rude.
This sea hat is the biggest troll in the game, I swear.
It's incredibly rude and I do not appreciate it.
Vesper opting to play golf the golf way.
Ah, just missed it.
Ooh.
Feels bad. So
Very.
close, both times.
Oh no.
And that other one is just not wanting to decay into nothing.
Yeah, they take so long if they don't fall into the water. I've also never seen anyone do it by not picking it up and throwing it first for this one.
I haven't either. But, you know, first times for both of us exist.
It's very true.
Managed to successfully get that in. And...
Oh.
So close.
Oh, that hurts. I know that feeling so well, and it's so painful when it just barely falls.
Nofi going real far out of the way to check 5-star.
I know a lot of runners really dislike this sub because it's maybe the most out of the way one in the game.
It is. Alternatively, it's the one that's easiest for me to know which one it is because it has all the wraps outside.
That's true. Oh, and it was another pair. Nofi's just
After
full
Nofi's
of
already
bait.
bought pairs.
Yeah. I think he's up to 4 now. Vesper's a
That's
trendsetter. Oh, Vesper had
Vesper
a
now
great
getting great fish. Nofi warping to Forest Haven.
I think Nofi's gonna do the Cliff Plateau now. No. Oh, Angular.
No,
Oh, no.
Dungeon
Nofi's
Dip.
going for a dungeon. Interesting.
I was curious if someone was gonna go for Forbidden Woods sooner rather than later. It
I'm
should, yes,
interested-
I think, Basil. Oh, yeah, that's an interesting choice. I was curious if someone was going to do that. But if I'm recalling, isn't there one or two checks that are at least a lot easier with grappling hook?
I think so. Nofi can.
I mean, if Nofi knows all the storage strats and wall climbs, then it's fine.
Oh, double magic right there in first room.
So no, you are allowed to super swim. If we do see people doing super swims, we do typically try to tell our photosensitive pals to look away because we don't want anybody to have a seizure. So it's allowed, but some people have done some timing, and we've actually found, you know what's not faster most of the time? Super swimming.
Most of the times in season 4 where super swimming is faster, it's barely faster, and if you screw it up, it's just losing time. But for the person asking, the bow was in Ghost Ship that Nofi found.
And our first sword. That paid off for Nofi to jump in that dungeon. All right.
Yeah. Especially with a sword now, a lot of things you can do in this dungeon will get a lot easier. Gonna check what we stored too, probably. Oh, not gonna check, just gonna. Oh, is gonna check.
I am not sure what it is. So since I didn't see anything stored for Nofi, I wonder if it was something which is going to be accessible when they get delivery bag.
Yeah, it could also have just been nothing. Or a dungeon item. We didn't check those.
Or it could have been one of the mini spoils.
Yeah. So many pairs.
So many.
All pairs. But at least with all those pairs, you'll never feel like you need more.
Vesper is... Nofi, you have boomerang. Oh, you're just wanting to make it easier to leave. Okay.
For heading over to, I think this is Six Eye Reef.
Is this Six Eye or is it the headstone?
I'm not sure. Oh, it's headstone. It's headstone.
Yeah, it's headstone. I saw that he warped to outside, and then I saw him go into his up, so I assumed it was headstone.
Oh, I missed the outset warp. Oh, wow, 2 swords. They're in Forbidden Woods. Are we gonna get a third one like that other qualifier seed?
I mean, maybe. Maybe.
This play has actually really paid off here for Nofi, though.
Mm-hmm. I was questioning it at first, but seeing the results, Nofi has to be pleased with this gamble.
Yeah, this was a really good choice, ultimately.
Mm-hmm.
Even just those 2 swords, because those can speed up so many things for him.
It was a good qualifier. Very challenging, though. Then again, that's how I felt about most of these qualifiers. We've only had one qualifier where the logic didn't make me go, ooh, that's gross.
Yeah, a lot of the qualifiers have had gross logic, even if they didn't feel painful when you were breaking logic. But Nofi not electing to skip the small key has to go to the basement before the Mothula side of the dungeon.
It happens, but, you know, go into the basement real easy when you have Boomerang.
That's true, that's very true.
Now that is Vesper's second bottle. Do you think that's telling him that he should IDK, save Grandma soon?
Maybe
It's a suggestion.
I've never heard Vesper's opinion on it, but I wonder if he has the slam mentality of avoid Grandma at all costs.
Well, if he does, he's not gonna have a good race today.
Yeah. What did
Just,
Grandma? Grandma
a
gave me
piece
a
of
Triforce
cheese.
shard. Yeah.
Only kinda needed.
Grandma making herself known this seed.
Hello, Blonde. So glad that you were able to join us here today.
That was a really interesting strategy with the boomerang for that room. I've never seen it done that way. And note to Mom.
Probably. Oh, yeah. I could understand that. Well, welcome home from work, Blonde. We are almost 40 minutes into our rando, and we've seen some interesting things. Mostly that Slam is gonna have a bad time.
Probably waiting for bait bags so he doesn't have to triple dip. That makes a lot of sense, but he will be getting bait bag pretty soon here.
Because Grandma is required, Blonde.
Yeah. Grandma
has
two.
that Triforce shard, so that means it's going to take Slam a while.
I remember the last qualifier that had Grandma required. I don't think it was yesterday's, but Friday's. Slam lost a lot of time by saving Grandma for the very last check.
Mm-hmm. He lost so much. And I was moderately pleased by it. Because that's what you get for being a bad grandson. Lose time. Vesper doing fly around the more traditional way.
Likes to check for weapons before getting into dungeons. That makes a lot of sense.
A
lot of people do that.
I don't blame him.
A third sword in Forbidden Woods.
Okay.
Well, Vesper's gonna have a hard time finding a sword before dipping Forbidden Woods, that's for sure.
Well, Nofi's just gonna have some fun for a little bit. Lots of sword. Can slash and stab things. That's gracious.
This has paid off so well for Nofi.
Also, Blonde, you're asking why is Forbidden Woods in every qualifier? Why is Forbidden Woods in every qualifier? It's been in 6 in a row so far. And now this is the second qualifier where we've had 3 swords in Forbidden Woods.
It's still possible that we have 4.
This is ridiculous. Goodness.
Also, Nofi will not be able to check the tall room before
Vesper,
the mini-boss.
Did you hear my peer pressuring you to save Grandma? Is that what's happening? Yes. Yeah. Well, today you officially have permission to blame Tress, since this is a Tress seed. So, for everyone who loves to blame Trez, go for it, darlings. Go for it.
What's more unbelievable? That we've had 6 seeds in a row in qualifiers with Forbidden Woods, or that we've had 2 seeds in qualifiers where 3 swords were in Forbidden Woods?
I honestly don't know.
That's a hard one to say which one is more unbelievable. Soup! Luckily Basil had our back on that. Basil, sorry.
Qualifier. What?
I'm sure Rando's working. I'm pretty sure those swords aren't supposed. They're different spots today than they were the last time.
They
Bet
are.
we're getting that cheese. Rigged.
Blame Trez.
It's Basil. All right, thank you.
That's
And
for now. I don't know where they're going. He's going. Why am I
warped to?
Why is my brain just only theying today?
I believe Nofi, being unable to get that one check, still hasn't found a map. And if that's true, then they really lucked out. Point redemption for blaming Trez.
No, we don't have a point redemption for blaming Trez at the moment.
Oh, looks like Vesper's going to Angular.
Yes! Okay. I approve of this. Come on. Nice one cycle from Nofi. And what do we find?
Taking down the gatekeeper of the qualifiers.
We find a Makar where, if this was not a randomizer, we would get to have chat choir.
Oh boy.
But it is randomizer, so we don't get to have chat choir. So all of our odds just get to be screamed internally instead of typed in chat. And what does my check have today? A pearl!
Oh,
excellent.
Very good.
I love it when my check is. Which has been all but one qualifier so far, in case you're curious. With that, if Vesper decides to go ghost ship,
a third bottle,
then he could be lured into Top G.
Nofi just did Cyclone Song. We've all been there. But Nofi finding a third bottle on Orca Mail.
Are we going to see bottle percent?
Ooh, iron boots.
The real question when I have iron boots, needed or no, is are any of our runners going to do the iron boots jump slash stun versus Ganon? It's always the question.
You know, I don't know that strat.
I've seen it a total of 2 times, and I believe both times were from Slam.
Hoping he doesn't take those stones as a signal to try Tot G. Well, based on me and my giant mouth, he He has one check in logic in Tot G without bombs.
Just top across.
Yeah.
Alternatively, the last, I think, 2 or 3 seeds that we've seen, both between the practitioners and the qualifiers, hop across has had things. So if that's in his mind, that would make sense.
And luckily, if you're dipping the first floor of Tot G, it's honestly not that bad. Now Nofi with all the pearls, except still no
Yes.
bombs for either runner.
Yeah. Bombs would certainly make Tot G easier. Can the T-map help?
No, so no maps are in logic. So none of the maps that they
It could be floating across boxes, yeah.
Yeah, it definitely could be. Which would be a pretty gross place for bombs.
That's the only check logically in Tot G they could be.
Yeah.
So if it's Tot G, that would be it. But there's still quite a few checks we haven't seen yet that are not Tot G.
It would be more painful if hop across
Beetle
floating
had
boxes.
hook shot.
Yeah, Beetle did have hook shot. That was.
But
that
if
was
this is empty, it's gonna feel real bad for Vesper.
Oh, grappling hook.
We found the grappling. Alrighty. Alrighty.
Feels a little bit unfortunate to get that right after having finished Forbidden Woods, but not the end of the world.
I mean, it unlocks the popper check. Because totally didn't finish doing everything else that was really, really helpful for in this already. No.
Enemies will have health bars if you're wearing the Hero's Charm, which both of our runners today found pretty early on and did the right thing and went to equip it.
Mm-hmm. It's always good when they do the right thing.
All right, what does Hop Across have for us?
The big key. Which, I mean, is very helpful because big key ski for Top Chi is pretty gross, but definitely not what Vesper was hoping for.
There are 2 skips in this game that stress me out, and Big Key Skip Tot G is one of them.
There are several skips in this game which stress me out, and Big Key Skips are many of them, but especially the one in top.
Well, so I think some dungeons have pretty easy. Like, Forbidden Woods Big Key Skip is really easy.
DRC isn't too bad either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both of the temples, though, I would never want to do.
What's interesting to me, so skipping Big Key in both the temples, the actual door itself I think is pretty easy, but it's everything leading up to the door that is really like, ooh. All right, where is...
Vesper, I think, going ghost ship? Maybe?
That would make sense. That would be a nice find.
We checked the map. No.
Oh, heading right over
Dipping
to...
Headstone.
There is a little bit of Earth Temple in logic, so we could find bombs here.
That's a easy decision. Then again, I also thought no-fee dipping was a spicy decision, but I really paid for no-fee.
I think no-fee's was a little bit less spicy just because no-fee was theoretically able to full clear the dungeon with the items they had going into it.
Full clear minus boss going in.
Can you not hurt Kalidemos with arrows?
Fire arrows.
I thought you could use normal arrows to shoot it while it's down. I have
maybe.
I just assumed that. I've never actually tried it, so maybe you can't.
I mean, it would make sense that you could. It's just that would be a lot of air.
It wouldn't necessarily be the best move, but you can shoot the vines. I know you can shoot the vines. I mean
Yeah. We know that you can shoot
actual
the vines. It's just ways to damage Kalidemos. I know fire arrows, bombs, and then just a normal sword are the strategies used.
Or forest water, if you're really spicy.
Yes. I think the only one who is traditionally that spicy in our qualifiers is Cup, though.
Did Cup get forest water before going into Forbidden Woods?
He has several times.
Oh.
If he has a bottle, he'll do it. Let me rephrase that. If he has a bottle that's not being used for soup, he'll do it.
That's interesting. I've always seen people just not go into Forest Haven if they have Forbidden Woods in the Seed, because it dumps you out into Forest Haven when you're done with it.
There we go. That's our last pearl for Nilfi. Finishing up Bomb Island now. Well, I say that. Hasn't visited the sub, but can easily do so.
Vesper having a lot of bullying going on with these chews. As Vesper still doesn't have a damage weapon.
Yeah, no, with no sword or bombs.
Or even like a hammer.
Painful. Yes, that is the move, Vesper. I am sorry that is the move. But that is the move. Go check, go ship.
Now I have Nofi going up to four Tingle statues as well. What's Ghost Ship? Ghost Ship is a bow, and it's the only bow we have found so far.
It's why I originally thought that Vesper was going Ghost Ship when I saw him going somewhere at night.
Alright, Vesper about to get his grapple.
Will that be enough to encourage Vesper to go into?
Vesper always snipes the wizards in Ghost Ship? Oh.
Well.
That's depending on where the other bows are. It's possible that logically that has to be the first bow. You doubt he'll try that? Understandable.
But he's now going to make the play to go into Forbidden Woods, which we know is going to be real helpful for him.
Nofi going for probably trying to get into Cabana early by storing this chest up here.
Alrighty. We'll find out what that has in a little bit.
And Basil, for keeping track of where things are, I have a little notebook with all the items written down, and I'm just noting where they find them.
Yeah. Come on, there you go, Nofi. Almost, yeah.
Ooh, we found
No!
rupee.
Ah.
I've been there. Got it? Right through that
There we
loading screen.
go.
Perfect.
It wasn't rupees, a wallet, or a piece of heart. That's all I can tell you that from that top chest, because none of those things changed. I also have a notebook.
I think I actually got the idea from you said it on one of the qualifiers that I watched. And I went, that's a very smart idea. I'm going to do that.
I mean, my notebook is no Artemis and their spreadsheet.
Mine's definitely not either. I don't.
But Artemis is also trying to keep track of things for statistical purposes.
Mm-hmm. I was talking with them yesterday about it a little bit. Just some of the facts are fascinating of where checks have been. And there were a few, I can't remember them now, but there were a few checks that 100% of the qualifiers had something.
Congratulations to Vesper on getting his first sword. Ooh, cheese and cabana.
Looks like hopping into cabana early was another good choice here from Nopi. Vess about to kick himself. Although we did see... No, sorry, go ahead.
I mean, although Vess's first choice of dungeon didn't work out, he didn't spend that long, and he's still going to get a good reward for choosing to come here to a dungeon instead of continuing to clear Overworld.
Rat ladder snipe, 100%. Those rats will always do that. Alright, let's see what other secrets Cabana holds. I'm also interested to see what the top of the room before the Mothula mini-boss is, because Nofi didn't check that. And we...
Right.
When I said maybe it was the map, it actually turns out Nofi stored the map, because Vesper found it.
Oh, so then I wonder what it was, because I'm pretty sure Nofi found the compass.
I think so too, which means maybe it was a sword.
No, let us not curse everyone like that.
It also could have been bombs, and if it's bombs, I think Nofi's gonna lose a lot of time by not having that check done.
Let us please not speak for sword, Forbidden Woods into existence.
I think it's still possible.
Let us not speak for sword, Forbidden Woods into existence. Let's see here. Yes, we do need our full sword and full tray.
Because just while barrier skip is possible in this, and there's Vesper with the Master Sword, barrier skip is possible in Randomizer, but it is a banned trick because it would mean you can avoid getting all the swords. Cabana
okay, there's the cabana deed for the cabana that Nofi just cleared.
Which sub was that? Was that 6 Eye Reef?
I think that was 6 Eye, yeah. Is ISG banned?
Infinite sword glitch? I don't think there's an infinite sword glitch in Wind Waker.
I I was going to say, considering the fact that my brain isn't instantly telling me what it is, I'm going to say if it exists, it's not really used in the rando community.
I don't believe the so banned tricks in this tournament are barrier skip because it allows you to skip getting all the swords. Puppet Ganon skip because that allows you to skip getting all the bows. Back in time, which is banned. It also doesn't really do much for you in Wind Waker, but it is still banned. And duping items using Great Fairies, because you could then like dupe swords or maybe not swords, but you could definitely dupe bows with that. Oh, gee, it's banned. I've never heard of an infinite sword glitch in Wind Waker. So
I haven't either. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It just means I personally haven't.
Yeah.
Then again, I'm not a runner. I just like to talk about it. So very possible I could not know about things.
I've also not heard of it existing in Wind Waker, but like you said, that does not mean it doesn't.
Wind Waker has bit, and it's pretty much useless.
Yeah. You go to title screen Link, who's on Outset with a shield and like nothing else. And I think 14 keys for Dragon Roost Cavern. I think. It's banned, but definitely not that useful in Wind Waker.
So they banned it in case someone finds something, but so far nobody's found a way to actually make it useful.
Yeah. Title screen Link in this game really does not have much going on for him.
So it looks like Nofi is going to be heading back in to check Leaf's check.
Oh, okay, you don't start with 14 keys. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, Nofi checked the small island I noticed, and it was Wind God's Aria. So, not a song that you need this seed.
But now he's collected all the sun. What is missing for go mode? For no mode, we're still missing a sword, 2 bows, and 3 Triforce.
Mm-hmm.
And that's no mode, not even go mode, because they have different things.
They need to find bombs at some point too, because those will be required. Along with, actually, I guess technically the Skull Hammer might not be required, but...
No, we don't have FF, so technically not required.
It depends on right side Earth Temple. Fire,
and there's
ice.
Fire and ice.
If right side Earth Temple
opened up several checks for Nofi.
Mm-hmm. There's our 3rd sword here for Vesper.
Hammer is logically required for bottom of Earth Temple.
No. It depends on your small key situation. If there's absolutely nothing in right side of Earth Temple, then you don't need the hammer.
Anyway, we are now going to find out what awaits us in Ice Stream. Getting 2 checks nicely here. Then I think check density if Nofi doesn't find what he's looking for. I wouldn't be surprised if he checked Needle Rock, because that would also have 2 checks.
Mm-hmm.
Since he has fire and ice.
There is...
And, like 4 pairs.
Yeah. A lot of pairs. There is frequently a small key in Earth Temple right side, but there's no reason there has to be. Because you could have the Warp Pot room with a small key, the Floor Master room could have both of those checks could be small keys, and there can be a small key in left side as well.
Also, I'm a little bit late, but we have cleared the hour mark. If you have not been hydrating continuously, please take a quick hydrate break.
Why would bombs be required? Bombs are required this seed because Tower of the Gods is in logic.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you could, which I don't think you can, but even if you could get all the chests in Tower of the Gods without bombs, you need bombs to kill the boss, and the boss has one of our shards.
How many DR keys do we have? I am not sure I understand that.
What do you mean by a DR key? All right, we're gonna see Vesper here coming to check top of this room.
So Dragon Roost isn't one of our dungeons today.
Oh no, it's not Four Swords in Forbidden Woods. The dream is dead.
What was it?
It was an orange rupee.
Boo. Alternatively, works out for nothing.
Yeah.
No, you're good. So the reason that's actually a really good question is back in the spoiler log tournament, we would actually see people take the DRC small key and take it with them to a different dungeon. So that actually is a good question. It's just, it works better for us if we were being able to spoiler log.
Makes sense, Green Dinosaur. So in Season 4 settings, only 3 dungeons will have any things the runners could need. So for this seed, our dungeons are Forbidden Woods, Tower of the Gods, and Earth Temple. The other 3 dungeons will have nothing our runners could need in them.
Well, as you can see, Nofi just yeeted the pig and is now going to go and feed it some bait. It's very fun. Yes.
Pig Eat is my favorite trick in the game.
It is very exciting the first time you see it, and then, for me at least, it's still been exciting every subsequent time that I've seen it. It's a very exciting trick.
Vesper killing off Kalademos here.
Whoops, I forgot to mark Ice Ring off of my list. Eesh. That would have been bad.
We need bombs and hammer for no mode. And
a sword, and a bow, and 3 Triforce pieces.
Yeah, we are pretty far from no mode actually. Why does required it? So normally Link only throws the pig a few feet in front of him. But if you skew that pig like that before it, you can just kind of trick the game to think Link is standing in a different spot, as far as I'm aware. Thought we had all swords. There are 4 swords. We have 3 of them so far. Trick the game.
Top of Headstone was dead. Disappointing. So, according to my notes, it leaves us with Flight Control, Ankle, Fire, Mountain, Six Eye, and Needle Ring with the over.
Four swords. No, this is Wind Waker. Yeah, light arrows are the last bow upgrade you can get. Why do we need another bow?
Because we've only found 2 bows.
Yes. But we still also need a lot of Triforce shards.
Yes. I agree. It's a super fun game, and lots of people have fun playing it. So you should totally play it and have fun.
100%. How did Nofi get the ghost ship bow that early? Nofi leafed across ghost ship with leaf. He didn't fight anything in the ghost ship.
So if you are playing Rando, you can also play it on emulator. Otherwise, GameCube or Wii are your options, but if you want to play Rando, it would need to be a Wii more so than GameCube.
I think it needs to be a homebrewed Wii, doesn't it?
Yes, it has to be homebrewed.
There's our third bottle here for Vesper. Is it on Wii or Wii U? SD is yeah, it's a GameCube game, so you have to play it on Wii.
Yeah, there is a HD version. They are currently working on the randomizer for it. It isn't public release yet. It's only beta release.
Here's another one of my favorite things that you can do. This shot with a fire arrow. I just love thinking about what happened.
They're working on it. It's gonna take them a while yet. They're having to do a lot of changes because of some of the changes that were made for HD.
Would item slide be allowed? I don't know. I think that would have to be up to a community that forms around, yeah.
Because then that'd give a lot of time saved to people who find the grappling hook. And it'd be a lot of time lost if you don't find it. Well, first check on Needle Rock. Didn't have what we were looking for.
Ooh, Vesper going for the ghost ship now.
Good.
Vesper also got their first bow on a
leaf check.
Leaf check, yeah.
Needle Rock is also dead. So hopefully Nofi will take us to some of the places we haven't seen yet. Still no bombs, Blong. Still no bombs. Going to Windfall. Why would you go to Windfall?
Might be going back for, oh no, it looks like going for Cyclos.
Ah, yes.
He wouldn't try Bogo Super Go well? Well, he got that leaf pump first try, so... And there's our fire and ice there for Vesper.
Alrighty. Southern Fairy Island is taking Vess to Ice Ring. Yep, Ice Ring. Also, yeah. ZSR, welcome in our party of 45. I hope that your Minish Cap Rando went well, and welcome to our Wind Waker Rando.
Very fun race we have today. Oh, Skullhammer from Cyclos. That's going to put all of Earth Temple into logic here for Nofi.
No. That could very well be the play. That's the play. With where Nofi just worked. That is the play.
Mm-hmm. I actually believe Artemis is playing in this Wind Waker randomizer race today.
I can check. Artemis is your name on the list. Artemis is playing today. Also, for the terrible seeds that Artemis has rolled, Artemis did run them. So
I think I thought Artemis didn't run the second one.
Oh, maybe Artemis didn't run this. Artemis still got band points for it, though.
100%. Trez rolled this seed.
This was Trez.
So far we have Spy and Trez rolling 3 swords in Forbidden Woods.
So let us continue here. For our friends who did just come in with the raid, if you wouldn't mind refreshing the page, it does just help make sure that the view counts stay. To help our wonderful reach streamers here, that'd be fantastic.
Never saw Vest missing that roll. That roll is always very stressful in Ice Ring down there. At least he had the grappling hook.
Have tried that roll a couple times, and I still can't get it correct.
I find I fail that roll most when I don't have the grappling hook to save myself from the water.
Of course.
Oh, the green shoes are red, and that's really messing with my head.
Yeah, this is a tough colorization. Yeah, I got it, Basil. Getting Fire Mountain check, and this room for Nofi working a lot better having the sword.
Having
Still
any
feel
yeah.
real bad for Vest.
That was. And I think we know from Vest this is a small
Starting that out. Yeah. Oh no. Okay, there it is. Yes. Basil is our dear tracker, who, when I said, Basil, please come help, came and helped. Very kind of them. Big appreciation.
Basil came in our time of need and was our hero for the day. All shoutouts. Thank you, Dinosaur.
Appreciate that. Nofi continuing on. And what does Fire Mountain have? Nothing. Excellent.
Fire Mountain continuing its cold streak, pretty ironically.
Ba-dum-tsh.
I didn't realize that was a pun until I was through that sentence.
Your delivery didn't say you realized it was a pun?
Yeah. It was by the time I said ironically that I realized it was a pun.
Vesper now. You missed an orange rupee and a piece of heart, so things which aren't on our trackers. Oh, and a couple small keys, which are not on our tracker. Light control sub. Everybody's least favorite sub. It's the worst.
It is definitely not a fun sub to do the intended way.
Vesper I would like to point out, pulled that off with only 6 leaf pumps. That is really difficult.
That was... And it was all for green shoe jelly.
So overworld, I have Ankle and 6-Eye left.
I believe 6-Eye was the Cabana deed.
Oh, was it? I thought that was... No, you're right. You're right, that wasn't it? My brain just, yeah.
Yeah, because Nofi got that immediately after doing Cabana.
Overworld, I have Ankle left.
How many are expected to enter the Challenge Cup? We're not sure right now. 51 different people, last I checked, have participated in the qualifiers. And so anyone not in the top 24 that has at least 2 races can participate in the Challenge Cup. So it could be about the same size as the bracket tournament, potentially.
So right now we have 51 people, but there's still several people that have only done 1 race so far. There's still plenty more qualifiers to do. But as of right now, we still can't say, because after the next qualifier, then we'll be able to have a better number, just because that'll be number 7.
There are 2 more after today, next Saturday and next Sunday.
So that is enough where technically, if someone wants to just hop in, they still have an opportunity to get the 2 qualifying times that they need.
All you need to get into the Challenge Cup is 2 finished races in the qualifiers.
You know, I forgot that we hadn't come back and dipped grapple yet.
Yeah. Ooh, and it's cheese.
Oh! Paw print graph. Nice. You can do it, but I would definitely check the times before deciding if you want to do it. Because I know that the race on Saturday, at least for the time zone I live, is at 8 in the morning. And I was like, I'm gonna be asleep during that.
I know they try to get some early races in, especially so some of the European racers have more friendly times.
Which I think is good, but also that's just like... watch the video later.
Nofi finding the delivery bag there, can finally find out what's in Note to Mom.
Yes.
Boomerang and Hookshot both work for getting that check, but I'm pretty sure with Hookshot it just pulls it to you and you still have to walk into it. Is Vess's cheese count correct? I believe so. Because Vess has Grandma, Climb the Wall, and Kalidemos.
Yes. Yes. Both of our runners are currently at 3 pieces of cheese. Just different pieces of cheese.
Now, Nofi, having checked left side, and I think all that he found of a potential value in there was the delivery bag. Best for having a much easier time with this room now that he's come in with some weapons.
Oh, absolutely.
And we are still without bombs. What did Piggy? I think Piggy was a rupee. I'm pretty sure Pig was a silver rupee.
Yeah.
But we do have both our runners here in Earth Temple. Vesper choosing to go left side first. That's a little bit risky, but
I like it.
just if Vesper knows how to skip the small key into the mini boss room, it will it can't backfire on him. I am not too familiar with Vesper though, so I don't know if that's a strategy he employs.
I would also like to say that the check that Nofi is doing right now is literally my least favorite.
Oh, see, I learned a pretty fun way to do this room that really cut out the pain factor of it. Which is, with Soup, if you just stab him once and then quick spin, the Floor Master dies.
Able but not sure if willing.
Oh, I did forget that.
Sword!
Hey, where's that last sword? Kill all Floor Masters. Look at that.
Well, we now have all our swords.
It's more likely he'll check everything. I did forget that Vesper has not done Cyclos yet, so Vesper does not have the Skull Hammer.
We are continuing to some pretty interesting checks. I know one of the things I was kind of hoping to see from Nofi was that relatively new strat where if you do something just correct, you can get the light to shine off of that scorpion mirror into the different room.
Oh, see,
But did not get to see it.
the way I'm familiar with is where you don't even move the statue and you just jump off with the leaf and it shines the light off your back into the statue.
Yeah, that's the... I know there's that one. I think there was a newer way someone just came up with, but people have talked about it and I haven't gotten to see it yet.
So if you're not breaking logic or using chest storage, hammer is required for Earth Temple. Because you need hammer to access the right side, and then you need hammer to get light into that room that Dunzi just went through, where we were talking about. You need hammer to spawn that light plume to be able to break that statue. If you're doing like chest storage strats, you can get past that statue pretty easily without needing the hammer. Did I say Dunzi? I meant Vesper.
Dunzi is in our heart.
Yeah, Dunzi is in our heart.
Technically triple since this is Vess's second time.
Mm-hmm. Vess dipped in here right after Tower of the Gods. Well, not right after, but a little bit after he dips Tower of the Gods.
Dunzi is in our heart, and Vesper is in our brains, and Nofi is in our eyes.
Exactly. I beg you to please listen to what I mean and not what I say. Paper thunk. He didn't break the pot. He might not have to. If Nofi's planning on leaving this room the normal way, then that pot won't matter.
I also don't remember which dungeons are linked because I can never remember. Oh, hey, that's a Triforce piece. Down in the basement.
The dungeons that are connected, it's Dragon Roost, Forbidden Woods, and Tower of the Gods are all connected, and then Forsaken Fortress and both the temples are connected with those.
So then
Between-
breaking the pot wouldn't be useful at all based on the dungeons we have today.
I think Blanc was referring to the pots in the same dungeon. So there's the pot right before this room that lets you warp here from the start of the dungeon.
We are missing one bow and one Triforce shard, and bombs. Technically, I accidentally got spoiled, so I know where bombs are. But I'm going to pretend I don't so that we can all be surprised together when we find them.
Oh, I don't know where bombs are.
You didn't accidentally get spoiled.
That's a very good point.
All I can say is that it'll be exciting because we kind of need them. I will tell you when we find them.
Wait to see on stream.
Yeah.
Guess we're going for some storage here.
Only so far to know if I have to delete people for not being kind.
There's our last sword here for Vess.
Kind of really want to have a face cam for Vess and we don't. Because I feel like there would have been some great faces. You know? Like, it's a feeling I have in my heart of hearts. No, I completely understand it. It's just sometimes there are things that happen and I'm like, I know this would be a great reaction if I could see it.
Oh, and you know, when Blanc was talking about not breaking that warp pot, of course he didn't break that warp pot. We still don't have bombs. You can technically do it with chest storage and power bracelets, but since he came here without chest storage.
Oh, and we're seeing like normal gel hollow because we don't have light arrows.
Wait a sec. Was
the
other
really
mirror
normal gel hollow because we don't even have bombs.
Yeah. And was the other mirror room chest cheese? Were both of those cheese?
If it was, I missed it.
I did too. Yes, they were.
Okay,
Basil.
basement left and right.
Tracking on point here from Basil. Thank you.
Well, we need a bow and bombs.
So this boss can't have bombs with race mode enabled. The boss here is going to drop a Triforce shard guaranteed. This is Earth Temple, yes. Oh, I'm sorry. You're talking about using bombs. My mistake. How do you use bombs? So you
can throw bombs, and if you throw them around, they can actually kill some of the ghosts, so that you have fewer cycles needed to kill all of the ghosts. Yeah.
Yep. Bombs will one-shot pose if they are in range. Some nice quick spins here from Nofi.
Blonde just soups. Can we get an exclamation mark soup for blonde, please? Thank you, Basil. So, you know what? I'm just gonna keep that to myself to see if y'all figure it out. Because my notes tell me a thing, but the question is, does Koala's note tell Koala the same thing?
I'm worried. Oh, Bako Seed.
Because my notes tell me that there's only one check left in Overworlds, and that Tachi we've already seen jump across.
We have. I'm trying to think of what's the overworld check they can get.
Unless I missed. I definitely missed.
Because they
Oh no.
They-
Please
both
give me a
definitely-
moment as I have an existential crisis about forgetting to write down something which I was supposed to write down.
they both definitely haven't done ankle, but that's because they're both at 4 Tingle statues still.
This has been an interesting seed. I wonder if we are going to start seeing finishes soon. Because we're getting real close to full clear for lots of people, minus full clearing Tachi.
Mm-hmm.
We are blessed!
I think Vesper might have shot the bird from the wrong angle. Because he definitely hit the bird, but the bird did not hit the button.
Our seed has been blessed by the Boko Baba seed. Which means that now it is both plus a point for Slam liking it, but also minus a point for acquired Grandma for Slam.
So does that mean Slam's going to be neutral to this seed?
I don't know. Does saving Grandma be equal more than 1 negative point?
That's a good question. I don't think I have a good answer.
I don't know. I don't know.
Is it possible bombs are inside Tachi? Not anymore. So
We already
Vesper
saw the
checked-
one check.
Yeah, Vesper checked the only check in Tachi that could have bombs. I don't remember what it was. Oh, it was the big key. That's right.
Yep.
There's only one check in Tachi that isn't logically behind bombs. There's our
while
last
we are
piece of cheese.
seeing people run around and do some checks. One of the things I also like to talk, because I'm pretty sure they're going to turn around and check the other overworld checks the other person has checked, is let's talk a little bit about mods, because I love to talk about mods. So today both of the runners are just using recolors, which is a little bit more accessible if you are a new player and want to try it out yourself. Vesper didn't color check the enemies, whereas we also saw that Nofi did. So there's a lot of really fun checks which you're able to do to change the appearance of the game. So I'm also going to give a shout out to Big Shark Z, because I always give a shout out to Big Shark Z for being wonderful and helping the game look great. P.S. This was your last overworld check.
Yep. I guess I just missed what their last Tingle statue was.
I think it was one of the chests that they stored a while back.
That's definitely possible.
Yeah.
And yeah, Big Shark Z has made some incredible models that are available in the model pack you can find pretty easily along with the randomizer. Vesper picking up that skull hammer that's going to let the rest of Earth Temple be accessible to him. Disgusting, you mean bombs? That's a pretty hilarious spot for bombs.
I mean, you know what they say. If you rush ankle, it has nothing, and if you leave it until last, it's loaded.
Exactly.
So, yeah. Ugh. This is a Trez seed. And I disagree. We do not stand sands in this house.
There was a great picture someone posted. I think it was from Woofer's playlist. They just took a picture asking him a question, and I could just hear the Sans model looking at the picture.
So here in Touchy, we are hoping to find our light arrows here instead of in Hyrule. Because we don't need a... Is this a third or a fourth qualifier that would be Hyrule? Ah! Haha!
Oh, well, there's the light arrows for us. Which means I do believe that Nofi is in no mode.
Yeah, because that last piece of cheese is Godon.
Mm-hmm.
So then, is Nofi gonna try and find the boss key, or is Nofi gonna go for boss key skip?
That's a good question. I would go for boss key skip here, but I don't know how comfortable Nofi is with it.
If I knew the boss key skip, which is to say, I know of but do not actually know many of the tricks, I would go for it.
We'll know based on which direction Nofi's going for the boss key skip. The seed rickrolled. It did rickroll Vest pretty hard.
It really did.
I love killing that Beamos like that.
That Beamos is so rude.
Is it possible for critical items to be in Savage Labyrinth? Not in these settings, but you can. Savage Labyrinth is a check in the randomizer that you can turn on to potentially have critical items. So for our runners today, it's not possible, but in the randomizer, you can make it possible.
It's not something people usually enjoy doing, unless they're doing all sanities, though.
What is nice is that the randomizer adds that, like, I think it's a signpost that can let you know if there's anything in Savage Labyrinth before you go into it.
Alternatively, in Rando and in running in general, Savage isn't as bad, since we are allowing ourselves to do the hookshot skip. Yeah, that's pretty gross, Blonde. I do not envy you that seed.
Or maps can have critical. That is also an option in the randomizer. You can do normal maps and Triforce maps are both their own categories in the randomizer.
Mm-hmm. You didn't do the hookshot skip? It's definitely one where if you're playing all sanities, I would recommend you learn hookshot skip just in case.
It's
can save you literal minutes.
It's a bit of a tricky one. It's a tricky one though. It takes some practice to get down.
It takes practice, but like 10 minutes of time save is a lot of time save.
Oh, for sure. 100%. It's very worth knowing if you have to do Savage Labyrinth. Looks like Vesper here also opting to not store this chest and just break the Songstone.
I mean, they have the song.
It's true.
Yeah, that's just a really gross scene you had there, Blonde.
At least it was a spoiler log, so you weren't searching for hours to find nothing.
My favorite spoiler log thing, not spoiler, a rando thing still, is just the knowledge that light arrows heal Goma.
That I learned that pretty recently, and it is the weirdest.
I love it.
Like, I already found it a little bit weird that they interact with bosses at all, considering you are never supposed to have them for bosses. Who's ahead? Nofi is definitely ahead right now.
No, that's not the answer. The answer is not Void Kingdom. He got DQ'd.
Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't aware of that. I'll keep that in mind for next time. That's my mistake.
Alternatively, sometimes the answer is Godon. He's ahead.
Oh, is that only sometimes?
Depends on the restreamer and what they're feeling like having the command be. If it's Artemis, Artemis will typically change it to be Godon.
Do you think Jalhalla counts as a head too, or is his just being a mask not qualify him?
I mean, he does have a head underneath the mask.
Fifth Tingle statue still a mystery. Yeah, I think he must have stored it somewhere, but I'm not 100% sure where.
I think it was stored. Where was it? The one. Give me a second.
Maybe it was top of Cliff Plat.
I think, yeah, that was it. Cliff Plateau. I was like, which chest does he store? I think it was stored on top of Cliff Plateau.
Oh no, Vest for getting an extra cycle there on Jalhalla.
No, top of Cliff.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, it was in Forbidden Woods then, because there was a chest where I said, well, I don't see any new items in their inventory, and it wasn't a piece of heart, a wallet, or a rupee.
Mm-hmm.
So it was that. Because we saw the delivery bag items.
I wonder if Vess doesn't realize he has a fifth Tingle statue, or he actually doesn't have a fifth Tingle statue. I'm not sure.
We shall see.
Because if it was Forbidden Woods, I'm pretty sure Vess also opened everything in Forbidden Woods.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was stored, but then because it's stored,
I'm just
question mark. You know, it'd be a lot easier to tell you if we were watching Symphonic Link.
Yeah.
Because of the never storage.
Symphonic not being in this restream makes it a little bit harder. Isn't Vess leaving? So he's not leaving 2 Triforce pieces behind. He's going back to check Mini Mirror's room now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Vess has not been to basement yet. But unfortunately, because he doesn't have bombs in the order he did this, he has to run all the way back down through the dungeon. Which, yeah, that bomb location is really, really not friendly.
No, it really wasn't. Kinda gross, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I've said this about pretty much every qualifier, but I'm glad I'm not right. Because this is one where even with glitches, it could still be really hard to find the bombs.
For sure.
So it's not one of those, oh, if you know the tricks, it's a great seed. It's one of those just like, yeesh. It's a yeesh.
Nofi almost done with the small key skip. Small key, big key. The wrong size key.
And this right here is the big key skip that I was just like, nope, nope, nope. I never want to have to do whatever. Thanks.
And he gets it.
GG's to Jim for finishing in first. So, that is a sub 2 for this seed, which is really impressive because this was a seed.
This was a seed for sure.
So, GG's to Jim on that sub 2. And that is also going to bring Jim up in the rankings, though. So, it'll be interesting to see how the rankings stand after today's qualifier.
He was already pretty high up there, too. I think he was in 5th or 6th.
No, he was in 7th after yesterday's race.
Oh. I guess I didn't check it yesterday then. Oops.
He was higher, and then Slam got a really good time yesterday.
Oh yes, Slam crushed it yesterday.
So that changed the rankings around a little bit.
Right, Vesper gonna get that second piece of cheese here in the Earth Temple basement. Vesper now knows where... No, he doesn't, sorry.
No.
He still hasn't done Cabana. For some reason I thought he had 2 bosses left. He only has 1.
One boss left and Cabana.
And then the last bow in Tachi.
Mm-hmm. Nofi grabbing that cheese. And with that, Nofi is officially in go mode.
Light arrow were behind bombs, which were in ankle. Yes.
Yeah.
That is true.
Kind of gross, alternatively. But it wasn't a Hyrule seed.
It's interesting, because it's a little gross, but it's not the grossest I've seen in qualifiers.
Oh no, definitely not. To be fair, we have some really terrible comparisons to be making for qualifiers.
It is grosser. It is grosser than the other one that had 3 swords in Forbidden Woods, though. I don't think there's any debating that.
See, I'm not necessarily feeling too much ban points. Like, yeah, bombs were kind of gross, but there weren't things that were really terrible logic games like a lot of our other qualifiers.
Yeah, I'm definitely with you there. Bombs were a little gross, but you only really needed them for Tachi, and Nofi hit no mode really early in Tachi.
But it is, of course, up to the people running today if they believe Trez is worthy of ban points. Then again, Trez doesn't really play WWR, so I don't think Trez would play the ban point seed.
That's true.
Artemis, though. Artemis shall play the ban leader Plando. I foresee it in their future.
What's
So
ban points?
ban points. GG's to Tanjo. Ban points are a way of saying you rolled a terrible seed. It was not the most fun time. 0 of 10. Do not do again. So whenever someone rolls a seed, if it is not something which is enjoyed by our runners, they can say, this was a terrible seed. You get ban points. And then whoever has the most ban points gets to, roll a Plando seed made by Tuba, which is guaranteed to be awful.
Oh,
Also,
gymnast
welcome,
with
Jem.
raid.
Thanks for
Thank you.
coming in. Hello, my lovelies. It's so good to see you. Also, Basil is here tracking, so shoutouts to Basil.
You know what? I just realized that 5th seed is probably top of island on Cabana. That 5th statue.
Would be.
Because-
Also, GG's to Elijah for finishing in 3rd. And GG's to Jay. Wow, lots of finishes pretty close here. And welcome in, Tanjo. Congratulations on your finish in 2nd there. Good time for an interesting seed. And yes, hello Michi and Keaton. Hello Isaac as well.
Those 3rd through 4th finishing very close to one another.
Mm-hmm.
3rd through 4th, 2nd through 4th.
Nofi is beginning the climb, and Vesper is correctly on the way to Cabana to get the last Triforce piece before Godon. And, then, check ankle and be like, hey, bombs, woo!
A go mode item pog. Claire with the 5th place finish.
GG's to Claire coming in right under 2 hours.
There it is. There
it is! Also, with that, we have reached our 2-hour mark, so if you have been with us during this stream, we would encourage you to go ahead and have another hydration break here.
Right. Pretty good. Puppet Ganon 1 there from Nofi.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I've definitely hydrated a lot more than I've been telling chat to hydrate since I've been talking.
For sure.
Alright. Setting up again. And... just a little bit too late this time for Nofi.
Just barely.
Oh, yeah, if you did come in from one of the several raids, if you wouldn't mind refreshing your stream to make sure it's for Zelda Speedruns too, that does help with the view count to potentially give a little bit more back to help support Zelda Speedruns, so we'd appreciate it if you wouldn't mind doing that. And that is the 7th piece of cheese for Vesper. Now just looking at Godon post his 8. Once again, just a slight miss from Nofi, but still a pretty quick PG3 either way.
Gets that last hit with the tail whipping at him too. That's pretty good. Not an easy shot to hit for sure.
And we begin the rope climb. You know, just took a little bit. Taking a little bit is better than falling. Falling always feels bad.
For sure. And Vesper about to get his bombs. There they are.
Once again, this is really a situation where I feel like I don't really know Vesper, but I feel like the faces which we would be seeing would be so good.
Vesper going into his menu and equipping bombs about 30 times definitely had some emotions finding those bombs there that late.
I know they're there, and I want to see them.
I definitely get it.
Meanwhile, Nofi here, just about to enter into the final fight. You know, didn't Nofi just prioritize purple for enemies? Because so many of their enemies have been purple.
It feels like it, doesn't it?
It really does. Alternatively, Vesper here getting really close to light arrows. So that is something which will feel good for him coming up here soon.
And they're GG's to Nofi.
Exactly. GG's to Nofi. Let's see. Whoa, and Nofi's already in chat. Really, really, really fast. Nofi, would you like to come in for an interview? I say, as if I know how to do that. Yes, do what the mod says. If you are interested in coming in.
All right, so we have Vesper just having found his light arrows. Now he is also in no mode.
And has Big Key from doing Hop Across Chest. So just has to finish up here and will be on his way.
That is true. That is going to make the very end of his Tatji a lot simpler.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we saw Nofi pull it off, but doing the big key skip for Tatji is just not something which I ever wish to engage in. That's just gonna be a solid no thank you.
It definitely, since you only get really the one try at it,
GG's to Neath, finishing up here in 7th place. Very good. Very good. 2:05 is still a really nice time.
For sure.
Vess managing to get past our evil friend there. Not getting shot at with lasers. Very nice, very nice.
No beamouses or rats taking them out in this room today.
Feels good, feels good.
They always try their hardest.
Welcome in, Nofi or Gianofi. We've really just been saying whichever one comes out of our mouths, but we're glad you're here.
Hello, hello.
Congratulations.
And by the way, oh yeah, thank you. And by the way, you can pronounce my name however you want.
We know that you've said that, and so we have taken the liberty of saying it multiple ways because it's just however it comes out of our mouth.
All right.
Exactly. So, what were some of your thoughts on that seed?
Not bad actually. I've had way worse seeds. Like this one was like, I think just like the right. I think you just had to do the right things to do it quickly. Right? Like you had to do like a cyclos, for example. Like if you did that earlier, then maybe you would have gotten a Skull Hammer earlier, and then you could have maybe routed in Earth Temple earlier. Like you could have done some things better, but I think it's just like the luck part of the randomizing.
Mm-hmm. Here we were all very amazed by how well your early going into Forbidden Woods worked out for you.
Oh,
Yeah, that was really good. I was first debating. I was going to I don't know what's the island called, like in the bottom right corner, 5-star Isles, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I was debating like, should I go to Forbidden Woods? And then after I did 5-star Isles, I was planning to go to Angler first, but then I was like, no, I'm just gonna do Forbidden Woods without grappling hook and just do it with the bow. And that turned out to be really good.
Real quick, GG's to Tuba for his finish. But no, that was wild. Watching you find 3 swords, we were like, oh my gosh, what is happening?
That was insane.
That's our 6th qualifier in a row with Forbidden Woods, and that is our 2nd qualifier with 3 swords in Forbidden Woods.
Wait, really?
Yep.
Yes.
I knew about the 6 Forbidden Woods, but I didn't know about the 3 swords.
Yep.
It's literally been so wild for us because it's like, how does this keep happening? It's insanity.
Yeah.
It is
Except
because
like,
you
literally insanity. It's the same thing that just keeps happening.
Because you didn't get the tall room before the Mothula boss. We were wondering, would there be a 4th sword in Forbidden Woods?
Oh yeah. I was actually like wanting like to delay that check to like the last check I wanted to do. You know, like I just hope it's not something good. Like I was kind of not hoping. Like I was kind of thinking maybe it was bombs because bombs were pretty late for me at least. Because yeah, but it turned out to not be that. So we're good.
So I also wanted to ask you, because you had some pretty fun routing, at least what we saw on your stream, where you were able to get your first bow in Ghost Ship, which is usually not something that people go for without swords. How were you feeling with that check? Just because logically it works, but it worked in a really weird way.
Yeah, so I basically got Leaf early. I got it really early. I just I don't remember where it was, but I got it really early. So what I just did from there on is I also got a bottle. So I was thinking about, okay, I don't need to maybe delay Madara Child a bit because maybe I wanted to super swim or something because bombs were late. I don't know, but like I did go to Madara Child early because I wanted to get a fairy for the bottle I had.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, okay, then might as well go to Outset and do Horseshoe with it as well, you know? And then I think on Horseshoe was Ghost Shipyard.
Yeah.
And then I was, or no, like, I don't know where it was, like Ghost Shipyard on Horseshoe, I think, but...
Ghost Ship Chart was the wallet mail.
Oh yeah, right, that was it. And then I also routed in like the wallet and the grandma mail I did together. And then I got Ghost Ship Chart, and then I was like, okay, so I'm just going to Horseshoe and then doing the Ghost Ship on Diamond Step. And just doing early Diamond Step. So that's just like how I routed that in at that point. And it turned out to be really good.
Yeah, it worked out really well, but at first I was like, if the leaf pumps go wrong, this is a bit of a scary situation with no damage. I
mean, I had soup already, so I could have just retried it over and over at that point, but then the whistle would have been a problem.
Yeah.
All right, we have Vesper here, just getting that third statue out, getting ready to go up and head to the big key chest, and then Godin.
So the other thing, which was pretty comical, was finding 2 pieces of Triforce down in the Earth Temple basement.
Yeah. I have nothing to say about that. It's dirty.
I thought it was
That is a
pretty
little
fun.
gross, yeah.
No.
But no, GG's. That was a good run. I have to say, although there were definitely things I would describe as gross, there weren't things that made me just go, this is terrible logic-wise. So,
Yeah.
GG's, and I
Yeah,
hope
thank
you
you.
had fun. It was fun to watch for sure, especially with that Forbidden Woods gamble. That was beautiful.
Yeah. I think the sea was really fun to play.
Any questions from chat for Nofi? Are you happy with your time? Says JDC Wow.
Yes. I think my PB is like a 2-minute 1, so this is pretty close to my PB. So yeah, I'm definitely happy with this time.
Yes, the comment I made. Did you pick purple for all of your enemies?
You gotta blame Tress for that, probably.
You were in Ganondorf, and we realized so many of your enemies were purple.
And now that you say that, yes, actually, because now I remember like Stalfos being purple. I think
Mini Blins were purple, and Ganondorf was purple. Thank you for that question, because I said that because I was like, man, that's a lot of purple.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually don't really pay attention to colors, but now that you like mention it, yes, I noticed a lot of purple. Yes.
We also noticed your green shoes were red, and it was kind of messing with our heads.
Wait, my green shoe. Wait, what?
The color palette for your green shoes was they were red.
Oh yeah. I just made my like black and red. Like I really like the design of it, so I just stick with it.
I mean, it looks good. It's just, I was very entertained with how much purple there was in your enemy palette.
Wasn't Jahala also purple, or am I wrong with that?
Yes.
I think so,
Jahala was
yeah.
Oh my
also
God.
purple. So much purple. It was very good. Vesper, finishing up Godon. About to get that last Triforce shard and then officially enter into go mode.
It's always so nice when your last shard is this one, because this dungeon dumps you out right next to the warp. And we were very pleased, both you and Vesper, putting on the Hero's Charm as soon as you got it.
Yes, I was like, okay, I have Hero's Charm, I'm on a restream, I'm gonna put it on. I have to.
We did specifically comment that that was the correct choice.
Alright.
Yes, it was the correct choice.
I think if you don't do that, isn't that a DQ?
I think it should be considered, yeah. The same goes for Hurricane spinning into the barrier.
Yeah, exactly.
Vesper now getting ready to do the barrier skip.
One of the hardest tricks in the game.
You have to get a lot of items to be able to do barrier skip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, Basil with all the skips again.
Is it the right number of skips, though? It is.
I know, Basil. I know, and I can't say anything since I was the one who asked you to track for us, so... But, yes, that's just a lot of skips. It's too many skips for my poor, tired brain. So many skips. And we are now on our path for Vesper to Hyrule. So I'm going to ask, before this time, I don't know if Vesper will be able to come in for an interview, but if he does anybody have questions so that I'm not sitting here and then waiting for the delay to have questions?
If Vesper does come for an interview, I would love to know. Oh, really quick. GG's to Spytron, finishing in 9th place.
GG's.
I think that's one of the better times that Spy's gotten to, so I think Spy will be pretty pleased with that.
Yeah, I think Spy got like a 2:30 last time or something. I don't know, but so that's a really good time.
There have been quite a few good times for this seed. Like,
Yeah.
bombs were kind of gross, but overall, it really didn't have the logic shenanigans that we've seen in other qualifiers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask like one of you guys. I noticed later on that I got 5 statues, but then I don't know where my 5th one was.
We weren't sure for a while. It was chest on top of waterfall at Cabana.
Yes.
Oh yeah, right. I stored that, so I could have gotten bombs like way earlier, actually.
Yes.
So.
Because when you went into Cabana, I was looking, you had taken half a heart of damage, so I was like, okay, if the heart goes up, then it was a piece of heart. Or if your wallet increases because you hadn't found wallet at that point. Or if your rupees increase. And I was like, okay, I have all these things, I can know what it is. And then none of those happened. And I was like, well, who knows?
Yeah, that's yeah. I didn't really look into what at the chest of top of waterfall was. So yeah.
Yeah, it definitely took us a while to figure out that's where you got that statue.
Yeah, because like I think I was like coming out of Earth Temple, and then I did I don't know what I did, but I did a check, and then I save warped out of that, and then I saw like a 3, I thought, but then I was like, wait, no, I have 4. So I checked again, and then I had 5, and I was like, oh, I missed that. I don't know how long I missed that, but I missed that. And apparently I missed that for like an hour, probably.
So
Good
that was
shot
a
there from
very clean first
Yeah, that was
phase
clean.
for Vesper.
Yeah, that was a
Real clean.
really, really nice PG one there.
Mm-hmm.
And going, will Vess get a crypt shot today? Doesn't get that first one, but he still has a chance.
Mm-hmm. Come on. Whew.
That was... He towed the line
Oh.
there.
Oh yeah, I was like, oh boy, is he about to get crushed? But he didn't, so that was good. That was good. You got crypt shocked from the wrong side. Well, congrats to you, Spy, and also GG's to Haley.
GG.
Finishing in 10th with a time of 2:22. Also, Spy, you said you can't believe you beat Slam. I can believe you beat Slam because Grandma was required.
Mm-hmm. I can absolutely believe that you beat Slam while Grandma's required.
That was a
What
cool
item was
shot.
Grandma again?
Triforce Shard.
Oh, okay.
Again. Which pleases me greatly. That is going to mean a dissatisfied Slam. But it is no secret that I am team always save Grandma.
I am right there with you. Also, a pretty good PG-3 as well there from Vesper. Overall, his puppet cannon was really good.
Ooh, okay. I was about to be like, oh my. He
GG's
committed to
to-
a rope climb without a Deku Leaf attached, and I was like, is this gonna be okay?
And GG's to Symphonic Link with 11th place finish.
GG.
Very good, very good.
I know Symphonic had considered using storage in today's race. I don't know if he ultimately decided to or stuck to his storageless ways, but I am curious to know.
Well, you can probably find out later in S4 spoilers.
Ooh,
Out.
Oh no.
just doesn't go through. That's really unfortunate.
And yes, thank you, Tuba, for !Grandma.
All right, will he get it on try 2? That delivery bag was pretty bad. It was.
Oh yeah, that was like left side Earth Temple, right?
Mm-hmm. Second crypt.
Hazel, no! That is not how we read that message.
That's one of the most important words to miss in that message. Vest there playing it safe after not clipping through. I definitely can't blame him for that. And here we go into the Ganon fight. Some really clean quick spins. It's easy to forget. Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say, I don't know what Grandma did in her youth, but I like to have the headcanon that she met Linzo at some point.
That's a good headcanon.
His health is a bit low.
Playing it risky, but hey, as long as you have more than a quarter heart, or no hearts, I guess. And GG's there to Vesper.
GG's.
GG's for Vesper.
All right, currently checking if Vespa wants to interview as well. But due to attorney rules, we do have to contact them through Discord, so it might take a little bit longer.
Nah, you are good. We appreciate you reaching out and seeing if he's available. Also, like, I have a smile, which you can't see, that gets progressively bigger the longer Slam isn't finishing because you had to save Grandma this seed.
And hello there.
Hello, Vesper.
Hi.
GG's, congratulations.
Thank you. Before we start, I'd just like to say I'm sorry for what everyone had to watch.
I
don't
was
think you need to apologize.
pretending to try to imagine what faces you were making because I was like, I feel like they're great. And I appreciate them even though I can't see them.
Just imagine like the most sheer disappointment you've ever thought of in your life before.
I think regardless of how you feel about it, your Puppet Ganon was really, really good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got the 4-shot. It was kind of nice. It was a fast 4-shot too. I didn't really take breaks.
Yeah, we were all very, very impressed by that. My big question for you is, what emotions were going through your head when you realized Ankle had bombs?
I don't know. I was so long gone at that point that I was kind of just playing on autopilot.
All right, understandable.
Basically, my breaking point was like 25 minutes into the seed. I was like, this is a disaster. And then I was just kind of mentally not there for the rest of it. Like, what did I do in Earth Temple? I killed Jalhalla before checking the basement. Like, that's just so slow. Because I didn't have bombs to blow up the warp pod, so I was like, well, I got to come back either way, but I should have done it the other way.
Right.
So I also wanted to know how you felt when you did eventually end up getting to visit our Forbidden Woods and finding 3 swords inside.
I was just so confused. There was also 2 shards in the basement of Earth Temple.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was a weird seed, a really weird seed.
We were saying earlier, this is our 6th qualifier seed in a row with Forbidden Woods in Logic, and it is our 2nd qualifier seed where Forbidden Woods has 3 swords.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did Tresco roll both seeds?
No, Spytron
No.
rolled the other one.
Okay. I think they should be banned.
Well, you can nominate Trez for ban points, but I don't
Got
think Trez will play our ban point.
All right, I'm gonna go
Plando.
make a twit longer right now.
But no, I also wanted to see if you can remember what pulled you towards Earth Temple first.
Yesterday, when I played in qualifier number 5, I made the mistake of clearing the entire overworld before going into Dragon Roost Cavern, which was a logical double dip to get Din's Pearl and then Grapple Hook in Tower of the Gods. And that was a huge mistake, and it was also not normally the way I play. So today I tried to gamble on just going to Earth Temple early, and it just didn't pay off. It's either one or the other. You never really get both.
I was wondering if you were going to have some thoughts left over from one of the earlier qualifiers. I was like, this seems like that's probably what happened.
Yep.
GG's
And
to
a GG's
Cup
to
and
Cup
Artemis.
and Artemis.
GG's.
Yeah. Finished very close to one another there.
Oh, yeah. But thank you both for running. I know we had some pretty vocal Vesper fans hanging out in chat today, so that was pretty fun.
Thanks, guys.
I'm sure if you call them out, they will say hi.
Let me open up chat.
And Slam just finished.
GG Slam.
GG's.
Not saving Grandma for a long time, I'm sure.
There we go. There's no need to be sorry. Your fans were just thrilled that you were out here running. And yes, once again, thank you, Tuba, for the grandma command. Very important. So I did ask before. I'm going to ask one more time. Do we have any other questions that we want to ask Vesper while he's here? Well, you know what, Elijah? Both of our friends here put on the hero charm, so we were perfectly safe here on Restream.
Definitely. And I think it was connected because Hero's Charm was below Grandma's house.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Artemis with the raid. Thank you very much. Welcome everyone joining from Artemis's raid. We're just having a little chat with both of our runners from the Restream here.
Yep, we're about to wrap up here.
I would like to, before we go real quick here, shout out once again to our tracker for the race, Basil Ouija. Thanks, Basil. You were so great when I said please help, and you helped. I would also like to thank Koala for commentating with me, and of course, Yori for being our Restreamer for today. And it was, as always, our runners.
And I will say it was a pleasure to commentate with you today. Thank you for having me. And GG's to Goldquiver for that finish.
GG's.
We have one more question for Vez, it looks like.
Well, gotta post the question.
It's gonna be a troll
buffering time.
Pause, champ.
Who would win a fight, a grilled cheese sandwich or a burrito?
Like a fat burrito would totally win. But if it's just like a regular like small burrito, like not like a Mexican burrito, but like a McDonald's burrito, nah, grilled cheese any day.
Excellent. Very important question.
Both of them lose against our mouth, though, unfortunately. Speaking of that, I think we're done here. I think after 2.5 hours, we all deserve some food too. So we've been taking your hydration break. Now it might be time for a food break as well. But do want to shout out, there is another qualifier next week, Saturday. Actually, 2 qualifiers next week. Next weekend. There's the 7 p.m. Eastern on next Saturday is qualifier number 7, and 10 a.m. Eastern on Sunday is qualifier number 8. So looking for more Wind Waker Randomizer, then that's the time to tune in. Aside from it, I don't have much to announce. Week's going a little bit slow this time. We do have 2 Link to the Past Randomizer Challenge Cup matches tomorrow. Both at 4 p.m. Eastern. Sorry, 1 on Monday, 1 on Tuesday. So 4 p.m. on Monday tomorrow, and 3 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday. So if you like some Link to the Past randomizer, tune in for that. As usual, full schedule for all ZeldaSpeedRuns streams can be found by just typing schedule in the chat. But yeah, aside from that, don't want to leave anything else to announce. So you want to tune the restream out? I'm more than happy to leave you with the final words, and then we can rate someone.
So, thanks you all for coming. We loved having you here. I appreciate some of you laughing at my terrible jokes. I love to make terrible jokes. And we're going to definitely see some shakeups based on the rankings and how today's race went, so it should be pretty exciting to see how that impacts things later today once this race is finished. GG's to all of our runners who have finished and who are working on finishing. And I'm Familia, and I'll see y'all later. We can raid whoever you want to raid. That's not my deal.
Yeah, we have a target. Thank you all for watching. Catch you next time.